Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yom the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Hey yo, what's up everybody? Holmes here and welcome to my Dark Souls 3 walkthrough, real walkthrough, not playthrough. And yeah, let me just start things off by saying that the build we're going to be going for in this walkthrough is my triple katana build. And for those of you guys that are wondering, what is this triple katana build? It's just the build that I came up with for PvP, just so it can look cool while having 3 katanas. So, and I also made a video of it. If you guys are interested, you guys can check it out on the link right here. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people loved it, so I was like, hey, why not make a walkthrough and put this build for it? So yeah, that's the build we're gonna be going for in this walkthrough. But that's not it though. That's not it. In this walkthrough, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to take down enemies, how to take down an area, and how to get cool items, and also how to defeat bosses. Yes, and I want to show you guys a tactic for all those things for Dark Souls 3 without having to go through too much trouble. All right. And yeah, we just picked up a potion there. It's the Ashen Estus. It's a new Estus that's introduced in Dark Souls 3 here. That Estus recovers FP, and that's focus points. And what focus points are used for is weapon arts, and for casting. So if you're casting pyromancy, sorcery, or miracles, that is gonna be what's gonna be consumed, right? There's no more number, like you can't, this doesn't have a number on your spells anymore. It's not like you can use it 5 times and that's all. You can use it as much as you want as long as you have focus points. And yeah, and before we continue about focus points, here we're taking on this giant crystal lizard, and he's a fairly tough enemy for a tutorial area. But you can take this guy out early on. If you're using like a dagger or something, you might want to hold off on fighting this guy. But yeah, the way to defeat this guy is you just gotta stay on his side. Alright, and the way to avoid his attacks is whenever he makes any moves, just dodge. Alright, if you see him twitch a little bit, make sure you just dodge like that. Just dodge forward, and when you do enough damage to him, he will stagger, and when he staggers, just go towards his face and press your normal attack, and you can get a critical attack in like that. And upon defeating him, he'll drop Titanite Scale. That is used for upgrading boss weapons. Alright, each different category of weapons has its own upgrade stones. So for normal weapons, it's just Titanite shards, Titanite chunks, and then finally we got the Titanite slab. For boss weapon, it's gonna be that Titanite scale, and then at the end we're gonna need a Titanite slab. Titanite slab, it's the highest upgrade stone you can get, and I believe you can get 5, maybe 6 on a playthrough. So yeah, and unique weapons, later on we'll get some. They will require twinkling Titanites, and we can pick those up as well later on. So yeah, focus points, it's gonna be used for, I know I just like jumped right back to the freaking Ashen Estus out of nowhere, but that's how I do things here. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be used for casting and weapon arts. Weapon art, it's the L2 button. I'm playing on the PS4, so I don't know what the prompt is for PC or Xbox, but it's the L2 button, that button that's for parrying. So yeah, it's that button. When you equip a weapon and then you don't have a shield, when you tap L2 you can perform the weapon art, or you can two-hand the weapon and then press L2 to perform the weapon art. And it's just a special unique move that that they got going on in Dark Souls 3 here. Most weapons, they're categorized, so you got like straight swords, long swords, daggers and stuff. The common ones, most of the time they have the same weapon art. For unique weapons, sometimes you get a unique set, like move sets of weapon art. And for boss weapons, when you use weapon art, it's pretty much gonna be unique most of the time. So you can perform some cool boss attacks or something like that, you know. If a boss did like the spinny spin move, that weapon that you acquire from the boss, when you use the weapon art of it, it's most likely gonna have that move right there. So yeah, that's what focus points is about. I don't really use focus point much, so I'm probably not gonna use that Ashen Estus. You can transfer that over to your Estus. It's shared, and the max amount of Estus you can carry, it's 15. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for part 1 of the walkthrough here. In the next episode, we are gonna be taking on the tutorial boss. It's gonna be Udex Gunther, and I'm gonna show you guys how to take him down nice and easy. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for now. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope this video has been entertaining and helpful and enjoyable. And as always, I really appreciate all the support and love. It really helps, you know, it makes me really happy. So yeah, anyways, that's all. See y'all later. Holmes out.